incredibly valuable. I don't know. When did we introduce them? Not soon enough. Exactly. These are our sins. My product, agent, set against the wall, we got revenues. You can actually see we take strengths. Since when can we do that? Since we started working with BDO.
People who know BDO.
Our spend is out of control. How do we manage it?
Every business is like a lemonade stand. I've got customers, employees, and suppliers too. Thanks to me, I manage all the spending in my business and control it easily. And I do it all with Coupa.
Coupa, huh? Frank, encourage.
Pain hits fast. Only Tylenol rapid release gels have laser drilled holes. They release medicine fast for fast pain. Tylenol rapid release gels.
These are the hands of our nation. Proud, diverse. These are the hands that taught our children, fought for freedoms, and contribute to the most industrious workforce in the world. These same hands push the bounds of acceptance and tear down the barriers of resistance. It takes many hands to build a world forward that works for all. But now more than ever, we need a show of hands to move forward together.
It started in 1898, helping clients and communities invest in hospitals and schools, roads and bridges, farmland and forests, and sustainable cities around the world. Today, more than 120 years later, investing to make an enduring impact on our world.
Alternatives and responsible investing.
All right, let's get to a match.
As you mentioned Nucor, you really want to do that, don't you?
Yes, David, there's something going on in the country that I think people had to start getting aware of. We saw lumber go up a great deal. Plastics blowing up yesterday. Dow Chemical had a fantastic day with the racing numbers big, but today is Nucor. Nucor does a mid-quarter announcement of how they're doing, and they raised the estimates. They now expect 50 to 55 cents. Consensus was at 37 cents. They're not really giving you full details about why they are cautiously optimistic, but they are flagging the recent uptick in demand, and frankly, it looks like it's a non-residential construction. So steel, one day it's going to be auto. Not yet, but David, to get this kind of increase at this moment, with this stock this low, tells you that perhaps there's something going on that is a bit of a boom in some parts of this country.
Non-residential? That's the last place I would think.
I know, but we're trying to dig more. I mean, it's not a well, right?
This is warehouses. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
those are going up.
and I keep trying to figure out when you see something like this how significant it really is. But because maybe it's not just maybe it's Nucor, but it looks like the other guys are following along, and we don't know. It's just kind of a general U.S. economy call, totally out of sync, of course, with what we see, but in other parts. But Nucor does not make small restaurants or coffee shops.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. They don't make the 14 and 15 million jobs that are going to be lost of economic stimulus.
Yeah, Carl, it's funny. Stimulus, I don't know. Mark Meadows, he sounded pretty positive the other day, Meadows, when we had him on, but doesn't seem to be as positive now.
No, and then Goldman today, the prospects for further fiscal stimulus have dimmed further as another week has gone by without any progress. Title of their report is Further Fiscal Stimulus in 2020 Looks Unlikely. Guys, something a little bit different today at the New York Stock Exchange. They're doing what they call a virtual overlay. This is for Unity, San Francisco-based company which makes software to make video games. So they've recreated the Bell Podium in a way that lets all of their employees take part in the bell ringing. And we're going to see where Unity opens later on today, but kind of a unique opening bell this morning at the NYSE, Jim.
Well, I want to see some of these stocks are so out of whack with their cohorts. Remember, just take Two Interactive. Obviously, they created Grand Theft Auto Rockstar, which is a company that is considered to be the absolute best. It's worth $18 billion. Now, are we going to have some crazy price for Unity that exceeds that? In the same way that people are still buzzing about what happened with Snowflake. Snowflake went from being something that was incredibly exciting to being something that felt like a top for a lot of people. I just think the money's going elsewhere. I think it's going to the Nucors and the Dows. There's not enough industrials to be able to handle all the money that's coming out. But let's watch this. And if it's another one that is just way too high, it's going to be another one, David, that are people going to say, you know what, I've had enough. I think that people should be very concerned about Snowflake.
Yeah, I'm looking at Snowflake now. I mean, after yesterday's decline, but it's still, I don't know where the multiple to revenues is at this point. It's still got a $60+ billion market value.
100. It's called 100.
It's still 100?
Well, it's 95. It's 319. All I can tell you, David, is that it's absurd versus its own group. Remember, Zoom is the fastest growth. Zoom also, they're about similar growth, but guess what? Zoom is incredibly profitable, right? And Zoom's at 50 times. A lot of people felt that the underwriters did a bad price. They did Zoom levels. Zoom is the most expensive company in the market until Snowflake. I think one of the difficult people have to solve is Snowflake is not that easy to understand. I downloaded Snowflake. You know when it says like allow versus not allow? I'm getting a Snowflake ad every half hour to trial. And there's some bot that asks me what I'm looking for. I don't know what to tell the bot. I feel terrible. But not that the bot has feelings. If you prick it, it does not bleed. But it is just something. All I can say is that Snowflake is too difficult to understand for the people who bought the stock. And Frank Slootman is so great.
I'm about to say something. Hey, how you doing?
It's a little more easy to understand.
She came on?
A lot of Oppie,
Yeah, you got
Home
two
Depot, and
basketball.
Lowe's,
That's
which I'm
right.
sure you
We'll
got
do that
thoughts
later.
about.
Heresy.
Calling for, or saying the market's too lax about the chances of a post-pandemic reset in home improvement retail. They take both stocks down to perform.
I think you could argue, and a lot of people doing this, by the way, they're taking things down because they feel like the Beyond Meat cult. that stocks have moved too much, and they want to be able to declare victory. Everybody has a victory at Home Depot. Lowe's, look, they stocks are up tremendously from the bottom. Lowe's is up a magnificent. Cool, but here's if Home Depot goes from 279, say, to 2. Is a magnificent company, and it could come down a little, but if it does, I don't think this stay-at-home thing is going away. When I read about Goldman, the two companies that wanted to bring people back, Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan, well, guess what? I mean, there were people tracing, not as well as I think it's the Chiefs game, but where they did incredible contact tracing. But David, you know,
come back. Listen, I think there's a desire on the part of people to go back too. Not everybody. If you're young, but even I'm hearing from even my cohort that there's people are sort of tiring to a certain extent of working out of their homes.
Their spouses bore them. They don't like the dog. Let me go risk it and get some
more than half a year at this point.
I suggest you stop by the Moderna trial and then go to JP.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that suddenly offices are going to be filled with people. They're not. And in particular, as you point out, if we do get cases, which seems inevitable, it's going to slow, if not stop entirely, that sort of move back to the office. New York had been saying for some time you can come back to 50%, and nobody seems to even be close to that. To 20% is where things stand right now, and that's for urban areas around the country.
One of the things I think we have to watch, Salesforce, nice note today, had an amazing quarter.